She said, putting her hands to her collar. Yeah, we're already halfway through December. Kotaru seemed extra pleased that Saya was holding his leash. The three of us walked in silence, not because it was uncomfortable or anything, but just because we had nothing to talk about. Most of the 6 Star Club members probably had the wrong idea after they had heard we'd known each other since childhood. But to be honest, we hadn't been close the whole time since back then. We'd kind of gone our separate ways for a while. After my fight with Hikari, where I had ripped up our notebook, I'd started hanging out with Takeichi instead. But I had always hung around with Hikari. She just kept doing so afterwards, and the two of us just sort of split apart too. Sure, it was the sort of thing that could happen to anyone as a kid. Anyway, we carried on straight through graduation that way, and Hikari moved away. Then we moved on to middle school, and started hanging out with the guys. Saya stayed with the girls. At that point, our old friendship just ended up making things even more awkward. Usually I would just avoid making eye contact in the halls, sort of ignore each other. We did this for years. I'm trying to remember if I can relate. I don't think, no, I actually cannot relate. I actually cannot freaking relate because by that time, I already moved on to a different school in the States. So any previous relationship that I used to have were gone. We only became friends again after a big change in my life. Except unless you count ignoring your exes in particular, then maybe, yeah, I experienced that in middle school and high school. When my grandfather passed away, I was put on a happy face, even when I was really torn up inside, but Saya had seen through it and came to talk to me. I'd already been accepted into Hoshino Daiichi, Saya into Seisen Girls' School, but we continued meeting up and talk and hang out. So, along with her always bringing me stuff like this, I really owed her a lot. She made a bit of an awkward face when our eyes met. Stop walking and turn to face her. I want to talk to you about something. I looked straight into her multicolored eyes. I'm really sorry. I threw myself into a deep bow in front of her. About our journal. Saya had taped our planetary observation journal back together, turned it into Miss Saotome. When we found out, he couldn't apologize to her, but didn't feel like it was enough. We worked so hard on it, and I just thinking about how much pain I had inflicted on her was enough to kill me. Damn, this getting me feels again, dude. Holy hell. I know saying sorry is enough. And if there's anything I can do, just tell me. I'd do anything. I'd get down on my knees, I'd take a slap to the face, I'd take whatever she dished out. But I knew she wasn't the type of person to do such a thing. And so... she looked down at me, still bowing, the troubled look on her face. It's not fine, come on, don't hold back. What does she mean by now? Sure, anything. She is such a sweetheart. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's the sweetest thing ever. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry, tap. Misclicked. Saya. Speaking of, I had talked with her before. About how getting 6 Star Club and going up and going would be the best way to leave the club. The best way for me to cut off my ties to Hikari. That was one of the only times I'd ever seen her get mad at me. Is that all you want from me? She nodded. Look at this girl. What a sweetheart. God damn. Akito, you do not deserve this woman. You do not deserve her. Hikari is gonna leave, you know? I feel like I understood what she was getting at, but at the same time, I had no idea. She wasn't trying to get me to be friends with Hikari again, or even stop me from leaving the 6-star club. She just wanted me to keep my eyes on the stars. At the sight of my troubled face, she turned her eyes away. Ooh, what if that's a hidden meaning? Keep your eyes on the stars. Okay, this is gonna get really mushy, and it's probably gonna be false, but let's say hypothetically, her eyes, what are their eyes remind Akito of? The Abere constellation, the 2 stars, one blue and one amber orange, that are right next to each other, that almost resemble as if they're 1 star, but they in fact 2 stars. Keep your eyes on the stars. Keep your eyes on Abereo. Keep your eyes on her. I might be reading too much into this, but if that what she's referring to, that'd be the cheesiest thing ever and the gosh darn sweetest thing ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? I guess, wow, yeah, you know what, no, this is just fine, this is perfectly right. It's perfectly fine in a romantic-like situation for a visual novel that's so much on, like, the interpersonal connections and interactions between specific characters, that it'd be normal for me to consider the romantic side of things as well a little bit. Huh. Maybe I'm wrong, but if that's what she meant about her eyes and everything, oh my god. That'd be some next level stuff. Well, she figured it out. Closer I got to the stars, the more bitter and cruel they seemed. But even then, still couldn't help taking to the trails. When I got up there, reached my hands out to those jewels I knew I'd never reach. I think about the endless expanse of space between me and the stars, and I feel this immense sense of loneliness. I just don't get it. Why is that enough? When did she get from me looking at the stars anyway? Oh, she's gonna cry. She's gonna make me... Dude, she's gonna make me get the feels now again. Sae, hey. Tears were building up in her eyes. It was something terribly sad had just happened to her. Wow. Damn, never mind. She didn't go for the romantic reference to her eyes. She went for the sad reference to her eyes. Unable to hold it back any longer, her tears started flowing. Kotoru looked worried and began whimpering at the tearful Saya. Saya touched her head, smoothing out. She looked up at me a little. I found it. The Winter Abereo. Our first stars. Look extra beautiful tonight. He's looking at the eyes, isn't he? Yep. The teal blue and orange eyes shone under the streetlight as bright as stars. Damn. She turned her head away and she began to blush. Let me look a little longer. Placed my hands on her cheeks to stop her. She is freaking adorable. Oh my god. Oh my god. And you know what? Extra points to Akito for doing the whole, like, I found the winter arboreal, the whole stars reference to her eyes. Extra brown points. Oh my god. This is actually so good. Oh my god. She said, smiling, but still embarrassed and crying. Her mouth was squished between my hands, puckered like a silly octopus. Really? Pucker like a silly octopus. Okay. Alright. Hikari and I were like variable stars. We never maintained our brightness. But Saya, she was always like a clear, beautiful, bright, shining star. Just like the winter arboreal that shines brightly in the winter sky. I promise you, I'll never stop loving the stars. I'll never forget the first time I laid my eyes in the winter arboreal. Even I could promise something like that. I tried for 4 years now to forget about it, but it never even come close. Aww. She relaxed and smiled through her still puckered lips. Couldn't help smiling back too. With that, the two of us started walking again, faces beaming, as if nothing had ever happened at all. Sure, the only reason we could talk about this stuff is because we'd known each other for so long. Were this tears of joy then? She wiped your face. Brushed her tears away with my hand. Look, I tickled, but she didn't stop me. Still don't get it though. Why Hikari would say something like that? She tilted her head to the side, looking perplexed. Back when she told me she was sick of stargazing, she'd never actually grown tired of it, right? Guess there's no point in thinking about it though. She was just her saying something on a whim, like always. What kind of reasons? Also, I'm not sure if I should be using the quick save or quick load option. Thank you, Miss Mikado, appreciate it. Her reasons, huh? If that's the case, I have to try and squeeze that out of her before she leaves the country. But yeah, but quick save and quick load, I don't know if I should be using that more often. I use it in Steins Gate, especially when it comes to like taking the routes again and everything, but I don't know. This I feel like I'm doing okay with. Or maybe if I read over the letter, I'll find something. But she told me not to read it until she said so. With that, the two of us continue walking Kotaro in silence. Gotta read the letter. You have to read the letter. You have to figure out what's going on in the letter to, you know, figure out what's going to happen and everything. Hikari took out a cardboard box from the train and placed it on the platform. It was full of books, broken toys, strangely shapen stones, acorns, sticks, and an assortment of other junk. All the junk was stuff the three of us had brought here. Most of it was just random stuff that Hikari would find and say, wow, treasure though. Yeah, it's just old stuff I left behind anyway. Today, all available 6-star club members had gathered to help clean up our secret observatory. We're getting rid of a lot of stuff, along with sweeping, wiping, and making the place nice and clean. Once that was done, we're going to bring in blankets and cushions, paper cups, plastic dinnerware, and other tableware. We were doing everything we could to make it comfortable and cozy. It was all in preparation for our big event. Noriko in casual? How did we not get a... Please, can we please get a route with Noriko? Oh my god. I don't know why. I really don't know why this girl is so attractive to me. I actually have no idea. I honestly have no clue. I have no idea, dude. I don't know, man. Noriko had been trying to wipe the windows clear with a dust cloth. Maybe it's these particular like hairpins and stuff. I don't know. I really don't know. Whatever. As long as the dirt doesn't come off your hands, a little cloudiness in the window should be fine. Sorry. Everything else had been cleaned up. The seats were fabric. Seats were fabric though, so one quick wipe down wasn't going to be enough to get them clean. Probably just cover them with some cheese before we use them. Originally, we were going to use a tent instead, so this place was really coming along, even if it was a little rough. On the other side of the window, Noriko was cleaning. Hikari was in the others. On the other side of the window, Noriko was cleaning. Hikari and the others were still playing around with the junk. There we go.
なんだっけ、この気持ち悪いワカメみたいなの。カツラだよそれ。カツラ？ああ、うちのお姉ちゃんのウィッグか。
Wait, really?
夜中ここに泊まった時、私がお化けの格好をしてサヤを泣かせたやつだ。思い出したら具合が悪くなってきちゃった。
Wow.
あの時のサヤ本気でビビってたよね。おしっこ漏らしたんだっけ？漏らしてない。
How long are they gonna keep goofing around? It's gonna get dark soon. I'd hoped to get all the cleaning finished today. No, dude, there's no way you can get cleaning done in one day unless you work extremely hard. You got junk on the floor, you got junk up here, you got junk up here. Some of it is actually useful like flashlights or whatever, but like you just got crap all over here, man. What's the point of having all this? Blankets are fine and whatever, but ladders are okay. But fishing poles, random metal poles, I don't know why. And that's sort of more casual clothing. She's cute. I don't know what it is. I actually have no idea what it is, but I wish there was a route for Noriko. Noriko watched Hikari goofing around with a strange sort of intensity. What? She'd always been like that. Always cheerful and excited with nothing to hide. She was the very definition of happy-go-lucky. Noriko seemed pretty surprised by my reaction. What's she like at your school? Wait, are we talking about the same person? Impossible. So I guess she wasn't really comfortable being with other people, but when it's within her own circle of people, her own circle of friends, she can open up a little bit more. Hikari? Cool? Couldn't believe what I was hearing. Hikari I knew was the kind of person who purposely ignored the mood and did things her own way. What was she pulling out? What was she pulling at a new school? Anyone from Mikazuki village would have assumed she was up to something. But then again, I hadn't heard from her after she moved. Even after we met again, she seemed like she always did. I never noticed anything different. Noriko said nonchalantly and went back to cleaning. Maybe, I mean... When you get back in the same circle of friends that maybe you haven't seen in a while and get into a more, I guess, comfortable position, I guess you're more likely to be yourself a little bit and let loose and cut loose a little bit. I mean, for me personally, it's not that big of a deal, but like, I remember back in the, high school days, during certain times, back in high school days, that's so weird to say, but even in high school, I was like, I guess I wasn't really myself. I was trying to find myself, really. Even around my friends, I didn't feel as comfortable. The only particular people I felt actually truly comfortable were particular exes that I opened up to. That's about it. Anyone I hung out with them, we were just friends afterwards, or if we broke up or something, then yeah, I just felt perfectly fine, perfectly comfortable. It's weird. I guess for me, it's a little bit different. Whatever. It's gonna be different for everybody in the world. I don't even know why the hell. Fabriel, can you please stop talking about your previous stuff? That doesn't matter. We want to have you narrate the game. Okay, viewer, I apologize. Well then. Oh.
アキトってむっつりだよね。光もそう思う？思う。だってあいつさ。
Hey now, stop goofing off.
アキト、ほらこれ。
Sai, could you not give me that look while holding a comic like this?
でもこれ、今見たら大したことないね。
Higiri opened up to the sexy page.
こないだの温泉の時の方がよっぽど過激だったよね。
Oh. Yeah, that was a lot more raunchy. Hey, stop blushing just at a memory of it. Just like I thought. There's no way Hikari could ever be cool and quiet. Maybe Noriko just doesn't know because she is in a different grade. Anyway, back to work. We're gonna finish up today.
はーい。行こうさや。
They're working pretty hard to make this train, I guess, more comfortable, more visitor-friendly. And so work on the Dobsonian and preparations for the event came together steadily. Once we had the date set for Christmas Eve, everyone was really able to focus and get things done. Then one day, towards the end of the semester, as we were finishing up our work,
これがそうなのですか？おお。
all of us gasped at the large circular securely wrapped package resting before us. He goes then, pulled away the packing material to reveal the newly coated primary mirror. The ancient one's evil eye, previous as big piece of junk, had come back reborn and perfectly smooth.
ついにドブソニアンの最後のパーツが揃ったのですわね。あとはこれを組み立てるだけで完成。だよね。
This should be it, yeah. Sorry if I'm skipping a lot of stuff. The timing for the thing is a little bit weird, so I apologize. Keisuke from Morimisawa was in charge of construction, so I couldn't really say for sure, but I was pretty confident.
じゃあもうすぐ望遠鏡ができちゃうってこと？
Yep, you got it.
やったー！ついに私たちだけの天体望遠鏡が。そうだ、ブログに掲載できるよう開封の儀を写真に撮っておかないと。はいはい、私撮るよ。
Nanaga wasn't here with us today, so Hikari took pictures with her phone instead. The coating of the lens really was something else. Looking at our reflection on a perfectly smooth surface, you wouldn't have believed that we had made ourselves.
これで星の光を集めるんだ。こんな大きな鏡ならきっと小さな星の光も余さず集めてくれますわ。
Let's talk with Keisuke soon about when we can finally put this thing together. It was final exam season. We really needed to get this thing done.
ええ、よろしくお願いします。楽しみだね。早く観測会したいね。
With that, we finally had the last piece of our plan. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Everything is slowly but surely coming together, and I'm so excited for them right now. Flashback, flash forward. What are we experiencing here? Flashback, huh? Oh, that's when we were still watching the stars together. Wow, really does have rings. They go all the way around the planet too. Cool.
どれ？私も見たい。ねえねえ。
Relax, geez. Here.
輪っかついてるね。かっこいい。あの黒い線がカッシーニ空撃かな。
This music again. This music is the most, like, I want to say ominous thing ever, but there's something mystical about it. Oh, it sends goosebumps down my spine. Oh my god. Oh, something about it. It's so mystical. I love it though.
ねえ、私も見たい。ちょっと待って、今いいとこだから。光ずるい。私も。
Oh. This planet has ears. That's what Galileo Galilei said when he first looked at Saturn. He constructed his very own 30 times magnification telescope and was the first person to look so far out into the night sky. And then, only half a century later, Huygens discovered that those ears were actual rings. He said that it to be one of the inventors. He is said to be one of the inventors of the aerial telescope. Next, Cassini discovered that the ring actually had spaces in between. When observing the Cassini division, he used a gigantic 46-meter long aerial telescope. And now we're looking at those very same rings with this tiny telescope.
あの輪って小さな塵や氷が集まって土星の周りを回ってるんだよね。輪の一番外にある隙間がカシーニ空撃なんだって。すごいね、望遠鏡って。すごいね。
Now we can see, with our very own eyes, stars that sit across the vastness of space. And we can see them so clearly too. It's almost like magic. I wonder what it would look like with an even larger telescope.
スバルみたいな？違うよ。一番すごいのはハッブル宇宙望遠鏡だよ。だって宇宙にあるんだもん。
Here we were, looking out the stars that Galileo could only have dreamed of seeing, and it still wasn't enough for us. We must have felt the same way. Huygens, Cassini, and every other astronomer. I was sure they all wished they could look out even farther and see it all even closer. If only there was a telescope that could bring the stars to our very hands. Could the Dobsonian one that they're creating do the job for them? But first, the unavoidable enemy of every student. The finals. Final exams. Once these were out of the way, though, we would have a nice long winter break to look forward to. The members of the Six Star Club were focused on their exams, while eagerly anticipating our stargazing event. The only thing we had left to do was tackle our tests, maybe do a little sun dance for good luck or something.
今週はずっと晴れたり曇ったりだね。もういいそう。今のうちに土砂降りになって当日はきれいさっぱり晴れてほしい。
天気ばかりはどうしようもありませんね。
祈りましょう。天に。
Pretty sure that's like a little spirit that will be used to like ward off the rains or something or bad weather.
そんなことより光、試験勉強ちゃんとした？心置きなく星を楽しむためにはテストの結果も大事だよ。こんな場所でまでお母さんみたいなこと言わないで。
Well, it's true though. If you can get a storm to clear things out, we'll be all set. Drew a little Teru sunshine amulet on the margins of my answer sheet. I wonder if it will be able to help us hold off the rain. A day for our stargazing event was Christmas Eve, day after our tests, and last day of the semester. When was the last time I'd ever been so excited for Christmas? Ever since my parents passed away, it's pretty much meant nothing to me. Kept our eyes on the subtle changes in the weather reports as we made more and more Teru sunshine amulets each day. Then one day, gentle winter rain washed on with gloomy clouds overhead to reflect the gloom and doom of our tests. Did it actually do that bad? But in the end, our second semester ended with beautiful sunshine.